Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Right, let's pop in and say hi.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Fucking paranoid.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Alright, cool.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Yo, Bagley, think I can get in through the windows?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
Alright, cool, I'm all over it.
Spaces after dark. Criminals operating these areas.
Can't even have a real conversation anymore, can you? It's not that we can't be real.
Calm down. right now. I can't believe this is happening. No, no, no! Now I'm really shaking. What I hear?
Let them escape.
So large. You know you're supposed to fix it when they help.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing this?
Ah, shit, Bags. You were right. We got traps all over the place.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Cool, I'm all over it.
Welcome to Clare and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
Traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Alright, bruv. It's cool.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Nah, bruv. Think more underground.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Go on. Kill me. Fact is, Albion knows you're in London, and you're fucked.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
No fucking shit, man. Why do you think I'm here right now, huh?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Look, get this straight, you twat. I want your help, and we want to get back at Cass too. He did all them bombings, and he came for us.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what...
Move!
Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think. Shit, fine. Move table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move it!
Fuck! Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fucking fuck.
Any other patrols have eyes on the suspect?
Target now. Drone, enter search protocol. Terminating the search.
Issue an APW.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I got to switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project. He's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cyber security sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Asshole.
Disgusting.
Tower of London. Shit. There's no way we're getting in there.
I'd like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Yo, what I got on, fam?
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
Yo, since when do we answer to you? Cass got some big meeting about his new project. This whole city's gonna be fucked if we don't stop him. Do you get that?
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Ping me with their personal info.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Yo, how the fuck we gonna recruit us a PMC?
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking?
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
But why?
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, from Buccaneer. Your source for what they don't call. Sign up. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so hungry to give all our private information and our methodology? What are they using?
How would you feel about mixing things up a bit?
So, you are with DedSec, yes?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
Okay, I have a problem with Plan Kelly. Maybe you will help me.
I'm listening.
Okay, tell DedSec the situation is this. Some gangsters have moved into the neighborhood and are threatening shopkeepers and residents to pay up or have trouble. It's been working so far. I can take all their crypto by one transaction, but I need their private key.
You saying you need DedSec to help you find his key?
Exactly. With that file, I'll be able to get back everything they stole. Do this and I will owe you a favor. Trust me, this is a good thing for you.
Alright, cool. Yeah, man's got this on lock.
Could you not stand so close?
Network traffic points to the private key bin on some kind of mobile server, probably a van in one of their hideouts.
Everything suddenly became free that was digital. What God
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big data.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their privacy for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass-consumed, mass-used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background and into a state we've got now where it's essentially gone. Having this access to this data makes huge tech companies like Bloom so much more powerful than they would be otherwise, and not just in the obvious ways. Of course, there's a lot of worry and fear over what they can do with the data. They can track anyone, find anyone, see what every individual is doing at any point in time. But I think there's even deeper reasons why this data empowers these huge companies to control our society and make us do things. So lots of predictive technologies which are implemented by these tech giants. It's not only interested in knowing what we're going to do, but influencing the patterns of our movement. So technologies might suggest routes to use in the city, places to go, restaurants to go to, cafes to go to, music to listen to. And these suggestions are not just predicting what we might like to do, they're actually influencing the way citizens move, think, eat, meet, and use their city as a space. So London has become a place where a small group of surveillance capitalist companies like Bloom can control the movements of individuals and orchestrate the way they move around their city and the way they essentially live, the things they do, the things they enjoy and the life they lead. So we're really kind of outsourcing our decision making, I would say, to a huge corporate capitalist company, and there's something very, very scary about that indeed. All these technologies can be used to not only influence us to act as the perfect consumer, but also to prevent us from doing radical and revolutionary things. So technologies in foreign nations that have been used are things like heat map features which show where populations are gathering. In-game rewards can be offered to people to take different routes, things like that. Traffic data can be manipulated to prevent people gathering and protesting, as has happened in some of the authoritarian regimes across the world recently. So what we're looking at is not a set of technologies which make people behave as ideal consumers, but ones which actually can be put to use to prevent radical and disruptive behaviour in the city, which limits the power of any kind of revolutionary force.
So, if you thought you had a private life...
In case you forgot, the private key you're after is on a server in a van.
Alright, cool.
That's the vehicle you're looking for there.
What's the big deal with this ride?
I don't know. Wish I knew. But unfortunately, it's above yours and my pay grade.
Fine, whatever.
We should be more discreet. We don't want to be overheard.
something there.
Who the fuck sent this? Unbelievable! Put your hands up!
Ready to help.
Shit!
Hanging back to cover.
Bring it up!
Time to pick up where your teammate left off. I'm sure they'll thank you once they stop eating through a tube.
A little tact, please, Bagley. That's one of us. Wonder what the story is here.
This area is being recorded by the GBB.
That's the vehicle there.
Don't make a fucking noise!
This area is being recorded by the...
Got someone down here?
Spread out! Find them!
Get ready!
British broadcast. Britain's first news. GBB, first on the scene, first to bring you the news. GBB, first on the scene, first to bring you the news.
Neutralizing hostile targets.
Come now! Come on! You don't have to do this! Down!
Crypto key is ours, but I may have made a bit of a scene. Bags, get me a good drop site and tell our hacker pal to meet us there.
Got it. Pushing the coordinates now. You're being followed. Try and lose them. Good. You lost them.
Why wouldn't you be when you've got a mind as amazing as Sky's? Why wouldn't you want to take what you've got and actually augment it by working with technology, by improving your physical self, changing your body and the world around you, implementing more technology to extend your life and really sort of extend human capabilities?
You sound pretty much in love with Sky Larson, I have to say.
I can't comment on that, but I am a big fan of her work. She's been one of these people that has transformed the world around us, and just watching how her mind works from afar is pretty incredible, because some of what the technology she's introduced has changed how we all live our lives, and Bagley has been this really incredible assistance to humanity as a whole. Did I ever tell you that I actually interviewed Sky Larson once?
Really? I thought she never spoke to the media or anything.
So this was a long time ago, back in the day when she was a little bit more accessible, and she was one of these people that just had an amazing presence. You were inspired by her very being, and she was just incredibly talented and knowledgeable, and one of possibly the best living people that I've ever met.
I'm not sure you're being too objective there. I mean, I imagine she's not very likable as a person.
She obviously despises humanity in some ways. I think she believes that becoming data is preferable to being human. She's one of these people who's extremely methodical and
Hey! Weren't you supposed to be here to drain the account?
Don't worry, I'm nearby. Clan Kelly can't see me grabbing that key over wireless. I need to cover my tracks.
Please, that'll never happen. We'll be in and out before... Oh, no. There they are. Clan Kelly hostiles incoming.
Fantastic. All right, I'll keep the goons busy while you run the download.
On it!
Listen, mate, you want to have your face broken?
So impressive. Keep going. You haven't died yet.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS, and I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
I mean, maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew into every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll.
You lived, but you will die someday. Best to make peace with that now. Transfer complete. I'll open a channel to our hacker friend.
Thank you so much. Such a big help. I will be able to give the money back to the people it was taken from. I owe you.
Best thing you could do is pay it forward, right? Join DedSec. Grow the movement.
Yes, I think we'll make a formidable team.
I think it's fair to say entirely trust these official polls. They feel us, Alice. I mean, they could publish an official poll saying that over 99.9% of children like ice cream, and I would instantly...
We need more badass folks like you on our team. Glad to have you.
Yes, I'm ready to go bastard hunting with you lot.
Hells yes!
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Go away.
I don't like her.
She's a shady character, that's for sure. Her network activity shows she's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
The NHS has already had its share of problems, without a hacker trying to sabotage it.
Do you really think I couldn't undo the damage done by some human hacker? Just connect me to one of the hospital services she targeted, and I'll sort it.
I'm on it.
No, I'll go.
Not again.
And Prime Minister Dev Hasani is even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
Look, I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? First stuff that got stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without the fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time
Albion's
to bring
got
it
all
into the
the
country,
best
and that
toys.
is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some effort to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was simply nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drugs for schizophrenia. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attacks we saw in the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply couldn't be stockpiled. We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't produced in the UK. And the trouble with the UK was we don't produce our own food. We never had. For hundreds of years, we produced under half of our own food. So as soon as those wars went up, we started